What is up, guys? Today we are working on one of my personal bikes. This is a 1978 Motobecane Mobilette 50V. This one's really important to me because I've had it for so long. I had this bike back when I only had like 10 to 20 mopeds. This was also the first bike that I actually legally got on the road, and even better, I could ride it around with my wife. I plan on bringing this bike to the upcoming rally in Columbus, Ohio, and there's so many things that I gotta do before it's ready, so let's get right into it and start repairing this thing. First things first, this bike will not stand up on its own, and a quick bolt, nut, and washer gets us back to where exactly we need to be. Now, I am going to have a part 2 of this video where I install a 70cc kit and some new tires, but I wanted to see if these current ones would hold air, and surprisingly, these actually did hold air, and they still hold air. Now, I did put this bike away running and riding, but it's been a few years, so I wanted to make sure that we do have spark, and when you look closely, we definitely do. That's right, people. I am running the original Gertner carburetor. These are so bad, but a part of me as a purist loves that this thing still has it. However, it won't have it for long. I do, however, want to see if we can get it running with this carburetor again. With the carburetor out, we're good to inspect it. I don't see any cracks on the air box. It's been so long since I've been in one of these carburetors, I don't even remember what's happening. It's always nice to see an internal filter on a carburetor. The float and the float needle are actually one piece. A quick detail making sure that we're going to have no issues with gas flowing, and this thing is all cleaned up. Honestly, there's no point in me rebuilding this carburetor because, like I said, I do plan on running a 70cc kit on this, and I will not be using this carburetor with that. So, a real quick carburetor clean later, and we're going to go ahead and slap everything back to the way we found it. And just as good maintenance practice, I wanted to make sure that I lubricated the slides for the carburetor. And for now, I'm going to put in a new spark plug. Mobilettes actually have a really cool thing on the gas cap. It's got a indicator so you can see how low your gas is, which we clearly have none because I emptied this tank forever ago. But I really like the fact that they have that on these caps. With gas flowing, it looks like we're good to go ahead and mount the saddle and see if we can't get this thing to fire up. I love how every single time I try to start one of these bikes up for the first time, they never work. Or we have a puddle of gas underneath where the carburetor was. This one, however, seemed like the needle wasn't stopping and the gas was flowing in and actually ended up flooding in the cylinder and exhaust. So I removed the exhaust and tried to fire it up that way just to see if we can get any of that extra gas out and see if it even runs like that. So, with everything cleared out, we're good to go ahead, reinstall the exhaust, and see if we can't get this bike to fire up with the original exhaust on. And I did try to tune the carburetor so it would idle, but there's no way. I'd imagine we got some kind of air leak. Like I said, guys, there's going to be a lot more content of this bike yet to come. I'm actually working on the other video where I'm installing a 70cc kit. I'm currently waiting for some parts to show up for this bike and hopefully get that video out to you guys soon. As you guys can hear, those bearings sound awful, but for now, I'm just going to enjoy that this thing rides again exactly the way I remember it. So we weren't able to pop those tires. I did want to try it out, but it didn't happen. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and maybe there was something in there to help you guys out with your projects. Feel free to hit that thumbs up down below. Hoping to see you guys at that upcoming rally. And as always, ride safe.